my friends, welcome back to the kitchen and the island progress. So it's the next day. The island has turned out beautifully. I have to do our sealant stuff, the stuff that treats the island, and then we're gonna do the top coat. But this is the stain. It's nice and dry. It just is beautiful. So I'm really curious to see how the water locks is gonna work out. So this is what we're using here to do right now. It is a sealer finish, and so one can penetrate seals and finishes. So it's a medium sheen. You do not have to sand in between. So, okay, by the way, our power is out, although you see lights, we have a generator. Thank goodness we have a generator. It is a very windy fall day. So, and I am feeling a little bit better. This sickness that I've had has really just knocked me off my feet for a good week and a half. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this first coat, and I'm gonna let 24 hours go in between. I have these foam brushes, so basically I'm just gonna go like this and just try and do nice even strokes across the side. I'll do the sides of the butcher block, and then I'll probably do underneath this one last. That's not as big of a deal, although I want to do it. This, what is a big deal to me is getting this going. So I'm going to actually pour some of this water locks because we have it in this can, and I can't dip this brush in it. So I'm going to pour it, actually, some of it into a different container. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I was struggling getting the stuff, the water locks out of the container. It has this lid, so I pounded it to see if I could get it loosened enough so I could pull it out, and I couldn't, so I just screwed a screw in there and pulled it out that way. So I don't know if you can see. Excuse my messy kitchen. So there's that. Anyway, it's in this bowl right here, and so we're gonna go ahead and get going on this. So we'll see how this works here. So I have not shaken this. I poured it very gently. I'm gonna be generous. This is an oil base, and it's supposed to really just protect everything. So. So you're not supposed to have to do sanding in between the applications. And it says you only should have to apply this once every few years. So my hope is that is the case here. I mean, it's pretty, isn't it? You can see that shine. So this will be shinier than what the finished look will be, but it's also important. So it definitely does have an odor to it, for sure. make even strokes so that you're not. So this is not like epoxy or anything like that. You don't dry it with a hair dryer, or you don't sand in between coats. This is oil. So basically we are treating the butcher block.
What's crazy is that on camera, the door over there,
Yeah.
you can't, it's almost hard to tell because of the reflection, like where the countertop ends and the door begins.
Must be really amazing reflection. Beautiful. What do you guys think? Look at that. Now, right now it's super shiny, and like Edward was saying, it won't stay this shiny. We're not going to touch this for 24 hours. And for 24 hours, this is going to sit and soak right into the wood. And we're not going to touch this till this is completely dry. And we're just going to let it really do its work. Right? I've done the underside along all the trim and underneath the trim. And I have given it a good condition. And I mean, look at the color that's coming through that espresso. You guys, if you could see it in person, I mean, it's pretty freaking awesome. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up for today. I'm gonna let this soak, like I said, for a good 24 hours tomorrow afternoon, because it's noon, even though my clocks are all off because we had lost power. Right now we're running on the generator. I think you can probably hear that in the background. But this I'm really happy with this. Now, we made a sanding mistake. Apparently our electric sander, which we didn't know this, and we don't really know how to sand stuff. Well, we're learning. It goes in these really tiny circles, okay? And we didn't know that, so we were just going along with the grain, which is what you do when you hand sand. But what it was doing, it was creating these grooves into the butcher block, and we didn't see it until after we stained it. So we had to sand the stain off, which was in between multiple different things we were working on. And then we had to clean it off, get it as best we could, restain it, let it dry, and we're back where we left off with you guys. So we did learn how to sand properly. We do have, because we're doing all the sanding, over here is a divot, and I think you can see it right there. So I didn't want to fill that in. The reason why is, for whatever reason, the stain does not stick to wood putty, and that's right on the top. So I opted out of that. I think it adds character. It is a farmhouse. It's a farm kitchen. This will not be the first or the last. Well, this is the first, will not be the last character added to this. So that's kind of cool, I think. Anyway, I will, after I'm done and before Edward builds a shelf here, there's going to be a shelf on this end. And then the other part will be for wine storage because we do like a really good glass of wine. So, and the place we like to get it is in Boston. That's the closest store, called Total Wine and More. And they don't have one in Maine or New Hampshire. It's just in Boston. So we're gonna have to make a trip out to Boston and put wine in our little wine holder, I guess that's what you would call it. And then when we do that, we'll have to do a little bit of wine. We'll pick out some wine. You guys drop a comment below and tell us what kind of wine you like. We'll let you know when we're heading to Boston to go pick out our wine. That'll be fun to take you guys with us. We should. And then we'll fill that up. This will be done hopefully by Christmas. My island will be in place and fully functional. Once this is done, it will be, I would say 85% functional for the need in the kitchen for the island part. So this is the first of, well, the second, but will be the first 80% completed project we've done in the kitchen that we really are really excited about. The other one that we'll be wrapping up soon, and it's a mess right now, is the coffee bar remodel. We're gonna put some trim right here. We're gonna trim out the bases. That trim will match also what's going on the butcher block. We have enough butcher block that it'll look like this over there. And then we have another piece that's the perfect size for our shelf that we wanna run along here. And then we will decorate it for the holidays, and that will be the first decorations that go there. But I'm so excited. We're gonna be able to bring the holidays into the kitchen, and well, beauty is essential in all areas of life, don't you think? Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye. So basically, I'm gonna try this. Hopefully it works. I created a funnel out of a toilet paper roll. Okay, so I don't know if your family is like my family. Let me know, because I hope I'm not alone in this. I don't think I am. Where they change the toilet paper roll, or they run out of toilet paper, they get new toilet paper, but they leave the toilet paper hold, the empty one, on the shelf in there. And it's like, the garbage is right there. Is there a reason why we can't throw it away? Anyway, so it's always guaranteed. So I didn't know how I was going to get it back in there, and I didn't want to use anything in my canning or kitchen. So I grabbed this, and it became handy. I'll probably use the same bowl for when I do the final coat. Anyway, I don't think I need this lid, but maybe I do to seal it up. I have no idea. I'm just gonna take the screw out, put that back on. Hopefully it doesn't tip over and spill everywhere. Well, hi my friends. I wanted to kind of give you an update of what's going on with the island. So I've done 2 coats of the actual waterlock sealer and finish because this was a raw butcher block, brand new, never been conditioned before. I just felt like it was in the best interest for us to do that. So I want to show you how that turned out before I actually add the final coat so you can see how it looks. Hold. All right, so this is the countertop without the final coat. Now you can see that it's super, super shiny. You can see lights on there and reflection, and you know, it really is just, the color that's picked up is just phenomenal. It really just turned out really nicely. I'm loving it. I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous. So anyway, it's the other coat that's going to go on there is more of a matte finish, which I think will be perfect, and it's going to just harden everything and allow it to be counter. But you can see that this is actually really nice and dry. It's really, really smooth and stuff. So it just, I mean, it's turning out so beautiful. I'm so glad I went with the stain that I did. And I'm so glad that we decided to go with the Waterlox, because this stuff is great. Yeah. So one of the things that I really, really like about the Waterlox is there's no sanding in between. Now you can sand if you want to, but really this is super smooth. And there's no bubbles or anything. You don't have to use like a dryer. It's not to get bubbles out or anything. They just, it's an oil base, so it soaks right into the wood and just conditions it really nicely. So anyway, I am gonna put on the Waterlox finish, the satin finish right here. This is what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then let that dry. And as soon as it's nice and dry and stuff, then we can take the plastic off and essentially use our countertop. I think I'm gonna be a little bit nervous about using it just because I've worked so hard on this to make it so beautiful. But now that I know what I'm doing, I can do it to all the other counters as we put in the butcher blocks. I think it's gonna look really, really nice. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start that process. I'm gonna grab a backup battery because I think I only have a little bit of battery life left, and then put this last coat on. When it's dry, I'll bring you back so you guys can see it. We'll take the plastic off and do the final reveal. And then we'll finish out the components of the island that need to be worked on still. The shelving unit that goes here along with the wine holder, and then on the other side Edward is putting electrical outlet so that I can run power out of the island. So anyway, I'm really excited about this. We're wrapping it up, so we're gonna go ahead and get this last coat on. Basically, it's very, very shiny. We've gone over it. I've got as many bubbles out as I can. I mean, look at that. Just perfection. Now this will also soak in because it's an oil-based resin. And this is going to harden it and give it a muted finish. But isn't that gorgeous? I mean, the colors in the wood are phenomenal. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video for tonight. I'm going to let this really just dry for the next couple of days. We got some rainy days, so the heat will be on, the fire will be going, and because it is getting that time of year, and we're just going to let this cure. Nothing's going to touch it. Tomorrow, if it's dry enough, which it should be, I'm going to go ahead and take off the wrap, and we'll see what it looks like without the wrap on there. But obviously it turned out phenomenal, I think. And yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. All right, talk to you guys later.
All the stain and finish has been put on. The kitchen island is, at least the top part of it, the countertop portion of it is all done. We're very excited. I know the last part there, you saw us putting on that last coat, and it was super shiny. Like, it looked like it was almost like glass. It was so shiny, and the reflection off there just was amazing, but we weren't looking for that kind of shine. So we're happy to say that now that we got the satin finish on there, we use that Waterlox satin finish. Highly recommend it, by the way. Here is the final result here on this kitchen island, and as you can see, it still has a little bit of a sheen, but it's much more muted and not nearly as extreme as it was before. We're really happy with how this turned out, and with the stain and the oil combination here, you can really see how nicely the wood color comes through. It just has that you know, very high-end wood grain and kind of iridescent look through all of it, and it just turned out so amazing. We're super happy with the result of this, and next will be the coffee bar over there. We'll get the countertop piece, and we're going to do the exact same process for that. So stay tuned for the video for that, and then the part of the countertop that we do trim off over there, we're going to be able to use that and put a shelf right up there. And be able to stain that to match both countertops there. So new projects coming up for the kitchen remodel. Kind of, we're doing it a little bit at a time, but this island turned out great. Super happy with it, and we look forward to doing more projects in the future. So stay tuned, and we'll bring more content to you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and we just love sharing our journey with you guys, and we really enjoy you guys following along. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. It helps our channel so much. So thank you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.